tonight. I'm just gonna quickly introduce our Toastmaster of the evening to let him tell us a few of the rules of what we're gonna do tonight, and then we'll go on with Vijay. First of all, I really appreciate everyone who decided to jump on another Zoom call, because I'm sure most of you would have had a long day at work with other things going on, and it's yet another thing we need to check. But this time is for pleasure, because it's part of things that we do outside of work and outside of personal life. It's more for fun and for self-development. And we do have a wonderful community that, even if Vijay refuses to believe it's family, I think we're getting closer to that term than we were before. I would like to introduce you all to our Toastmaster of the evening, Graham Dunlop, who is probably one of the most important people that I have worked with in the past 2 years and a half, mainly because of his punctuality, his accountability, his support, and of course, his knowledge in Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce now Graham Dunlop, our Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you very much, Alex, for that lovely introduction. It's very kind of you. Well, good evening, everybody. You're here to know all about your club success plans. How much do you feel you know about the club success plan? Have you done many before? Have you looked at the new one? Is the new one available yet, which is available online? All of these things and more will be revealed to us tonight. And the person doing the revealing is none other than Vijay Shah, DTM, our Program Quality Director. So I'm now going to hand you over to Vijay to give you all you need to know about the Club Success Plan. Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you. Thank you. Unmute myself. Fantastic. Nice. See, with the Club Success Plan, we have presented Club Success Plan in all the club officer training, which is similar to what we do at a district level to become successful in our district. What's the plan for us? What's the plan for the trio? What's the plan for the district leadership team? So we document that and we work on that plan. But having said that, since it's a plan, it's a living document. We have a cutoff date to submit the plan. So if even the district success plan, we need to submit by 30th September. We already submitted. But we are allowed to update the plan throughout the year, because the plan does change, people change, all those things. Okay, and we learn a lot as we progress through. So we keep updating that. Same with the clubs. If your club hasn't submitted your CSP, Club Success Plan, 30th September is the cutoff date for you to submit the Club Success Plan. And what it contains, it has how are you going to achieve your DCP goals. So if I'm just showing, this is dashboard for Frankston Club. The Club Success Plan is nothing but what is your club office's plan to achieve these 10 goals during this year. Okay, so how many level 1 awards you can achieve, how many level 2 awards you can achieve, and who is going to do that? When you log into CSP, we're going to practice that. If you haven't submitted your CSP yet, we're going to see your screen and then you can submit your CSP now. When you log in there, you can see your club members in the Club Success Plan. You can see your club members and you can plan for them. Okay, so John in my club, Kathy in my club, they can finish level 1. So you are just planning. You're not updating any of their records. You're not updating any of their educational records. You're just planning. John might do level 1. So you can map John's name against level 1. And whoever is potentially can finish level 2, you can map their name against level 2. So that's how you do the planning for all these 10 parameters of DCP. Okay, and this has been explained in all the club officer training, and very simple and easy to use system. Okay, and if I'm going to club performance, how much we have done so far. So we have 115 clubs in our district, and over here this column shows which clubs have submitted. Most of the clubs have submitted the Club Success Plan already. Okay, and remember, you are allowed to change the Club Success Plan. We're just looking for the first version, and you can keep updating throughout the year. Okay, So whatever you're submitting, it's not a final version. Some of the clubs choose no, which means they have not yet submitted. But now my question, I heard there are two technical issues people are facing. We raised that with the TI already. That might have been already fixed, but I'll just let you know. The issue number one is sometimes it doesn't accept if there is a name which has apostrophe, Tom O'Brien. So the apostrophe, it's throwing an error. So that could be one of the issue you would be facing. So just be aware of that. But they might have already fixed. The second one, it doesn't accept the submission if you leave some of the field blank. So you have to fill up everything. So you can't leave anything blank. Yeah. But what's the problem with that is if you leave something blank and you are trying to submit, it's not throwing any error message. It's just not responding. Okay. So we asked TI to show some error message if people are leaving some of the blank fields. Okay. Again, they might have fixed. I haven't checked it recently because my club has already submitted. So I couldn't get a chance to test it again. So those two, just you need to be mindful of. So that's from Terry. Trish, do you have any question?
I just haven't no, I don't have any questions. And last year's president did a terrific success plan for one of my clubs. So I just have to get around to making the time to do it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So as I said before, it doesn't need to be 100% perfect. It cannot be 100% perfect. Okay. So submit the first version and you're allowed to change throughout the year. We have a 5 minutes video showing the CSP screen. We'll see that now. But before we see that screen, Michael, do you have a question?
No, I do not. No.
Has your club submitted, or is it any plan in place?
No, we've not submitted. As of about a week ago, I had no idea of what a club success plan was. So I've rejoined Toastmasters just recently and joined the committee as our
Which club you're from, Michael?
Shrinking and evaporating. Scientific Communicators. That's at CSIRO in Clayton.
Yeah.
So we shall see if we can get one in. We'll give it a crack.
Yeah, no worries. See, as I said, it cannot be 100% perfect, and it is not a final version. You are just submitting the first version. So go ahead and submit, but we need to adhere to the cutoff date. The 30th September is a cutoff date. So go ahead and submit, and you can contact myself, Alex, or any of the trio or your area directors or division directors if you need any help or question. Daryl, I saw you changing your name. Okay, the previous name was good, Derek.
Hi, Daryl.
Good evening. What was my name?
I saw your name was displaying differently, and then you changed to Daryl.
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't do that. Something happened automatically somewhere on the line.
Yeah.
Probably the Toastmaster Graham there, I reckon. What was it earlier? Was it Judge 3 or 6 or 7 or something?
Do you have any question, Daryl? Your club has submitted CSP? Still
No, that's why we actually a couple of others was going to jump on as well. No, we're doing that tomorrow night.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need to know or any questions you have how to do, what to fill up?
Well, I don't think I've ever been part of doing one of these at all in the past, which is quite surprising. And so that's why I logged on tonight to see is it pretty straightforward? How specific does it need to be, or is it really just comes down to what your committee sort of feels, what goals you want for the coming year? I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Daryl. And Vijay, can I just ask maybe if you can tell us first how these goals can be communicated among the committee before they actually choose what to put in, and then also what happens if they don't submit before the deadline?
If you're not submitting before the deadline, you cannot participate in the distinguished club program. So even if a club is ticking all the goals throughout the year, you miss to get the credit. So this is the entry criteria for DCP. This is something new this year. That's the reason why we are bombarding you with the emails, phone calls, text messages, and this meeting, because they put this entry criteria to achieve DCP goals.
I didn't notice all the bombarding. Yeah.
Or maybe all our emails are going to the spam folder.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I looked in there and I thought, my goodness, where's these 700 emails doing in there?
Actually, we actually started calling people. Our
Alex,
club president, we
Dean,
started
myself.
calling them. Yeah, because we noticed that last year, 55 of our clubs in our district, they achieved DCP credits. Okay, but those 55 clubs this year, even if they are ticking the boxes, if they have not submitted the CSP, they are not going to get the DCP credit. Okay, so they might be missing those rewards and credits. So that's the reason why we are calling people and informing them that this is the entry criteria now, which is new this year. With the goals, the club success plan is accessible by all the club offices online. So you can the whole team can work collaboratively. Everyone can see what you are updating. So you are updating one record. Everyone can log in and update, add comments to that. Okay, and you can keep changing throughout the year. But the first version must be submitted before 30th September. Okay, Alex, do you have that video handy? The 5 minutes video.
I don't have it handy, but I can find it. Just 1 second.
Okay, cool, nice. Abhishek, do you have any question? How do you go with the CSP, Abhishek? Is your club submitted the CSP already?
No, we haven't. We are actually trying to get together our ideas and prepare that. So one of the main reasons to join this is that because it is the first time for me and also my committee members to get some inspiration and learn through this session.
Perfect.
Be able
No
to
worries.
finalize it.
Cool. I'm getting Alex is getting a video, like a 5 minutes video recorded by one of the Toastmasters to show how to fill up. We have a couple of videos, and there's a lot of videos in the Google as well. If you search how to fill up CSP, there's a lot of, every district is recording their own videos. Once Alex get the video, we'll play that. It's just a 5 minutes video. Having said that, whatever you are submitting, it's not a final version. You are expected to submit the first version by 30th September. And even if it cannot be 100% accurate, okay, because if I'm part of your club, you are making an assumption. Suppose if you don't have time to discuss with me, you can make an assumption, Vijay might be completing level 3 this year. So you're making an assumption and then you're marking level 3 against my name. Okay. And John might be completing level 4. Kathy might be completing DTM. So you're planning. And then you will have a chat with me later. Vijay, I'm thinking you can complete level 3. Can you plan your projects accordingly? So that you can do that. The why I'm suggesting this model is it's very short amount of time between now and 30th September. Now I don't think you can go and have a discussion with all your club members and to work out a plan. So you need to, since we have very short amount of time and then long weekend in between, so AFL weekend. So I don't think you have enough time to have a conversation with every every club members. So you will be planning on behalf of them and then communicate with them later. This is what we are planning for you. And if they want to make some changes, no, I can't complete level 3, I can do only level 2, then you can subsequently make adjustments in your plan. Okay. Yep.
How you can do this in a collaborative way using the online club success plan on the Toastmasters International website. Let's navigate to the club success plan interactive tool. You'd log into toastmasters.org. You then click and make sure that you are going to your homepage. And on that homepage, you will see a number of tiles. You need to scroll down and click on Club Central. And this is only available to members of the club committee, but they are able to do a screen share to show their members. Clicking down in the club management section, we see Club Success Plan. Share your club success plans to enhance the quality of member clubs. When we click on this option within the club management section, the interactive tool will launch.
First, choose your preferred format. The online interactive tool is recommended as it offers several added benefits by being linked to live pathways data, making your planning and tracking easier.
And what we'll see here is that it will display for the current year, which ends shortly. And in early July, we'll see the new plan is available. Now, currently, this club, Toasting Human Energy, has achieved Select Distinguish, having achieved 8 out of 10 goals, with only one more goal to be President's Distinguished. Whenever you see a little eye, you can hover over it for more information. The Distinguished Club Program achievements are detailed here. There are 10 goals in total, falling under 4 categories: education, membership, training, and administration. When you complete all the goals in a particular key category, the badge will become active. It's a big task to get all 4 because that means you got all 10 goals. When you're working through the club success plan, these badges will activate to indicate the progress that you're making. You don't activate them manually, they will happen automatically. What you want to do is navigate down to planning for your club success, and you'll see what are the elements of the club success plan. You have 6 key categories: committee values, administration, training, membership, education, and the contributing members. These 4 all relate to the Distinguished Club Program goals, and the committee values are just what they sound like, a chance for you to find your year ahead. How will you operate as a committee? In each of these activities, you can list some action items for your club and assign them to people. And then by clicking on the action item list, you can see what's overdue, what's coming up in the next 10 days, and how many tasks you've got in total. And they'll be listed here, and you can open them to look at them in more detail, or download them to an Excel file, which you can then further work with. The beauty of this is the amount of data entry is limited because there's a lot of choices for you to just select. And these task items mean that other members of the committee, such as the secretary, could help keep the rest of the committee on track with expected deadlines. So let's take a look at the plan itself and what you'll be populating. When we go into the committee values, you have several small text boxes. You can write just some bullet points, or you can choose to write a long paragraph. Do not get caught up with writing War and Peace. The goal is to get enough information down that you can keep revisiting this plan throughout the year, particularly at your club committee meetings, as well as periodic business meetings with the membership. You'll see in the committee values that each has a little I that tells you a little bit about what you should be considering, the importance of integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Which values in particular will guide your committee's work during the year? How will you interact? How will decisions be made? How will the club executive committee resolve differences of opinion? And how will the club executive committee be held accountable for its responsibilities? You'll see it's only 500 characters in total. And if you only write 50 words, that's still more than enough. Then you've got, when was the last time the club conducted moments of truth and what it is? If you don't know, then just search on the Toastmasters International website for the link and you will see a very good explanation and tutorial about how to run it. If you don't remember, put NA, not applicable, and then commit to what you're going to do in the future and put it down here. But if you did run it, how beneficial was it? You can rate it. How motivated are members to attend club meetings and how motivated are members to sign up for meeting roles? By having some frank reflection on the current state of the club in this regard, you can see how you've scored and you can talk about what strategies you will use to ensure members consistently attend club meetings. I'll just cancel out of that, but you can save and close and then return to the club plan and move through the next thing. It is an evergreen document. You can keep updating it throughout the year. You can also turn around and export the progress that's been done to date and share it with people as a PDF. The administration goal, as it opens, has to do with getting your club officers to training and submitting your club officers on time. It's also about getting your membership renewal dues. So this is where you say, who's going to be responsible? And here's all the members of our club. And typically membership renewal dues are the responsibility of the vice president of membership or the treasurer. So select who that person is. Who's going to be responsible for submitting the officer list? Typically it's the secretary, but it might be the president. It's entered in Club Central. And then here you can speak and make points about what are the current obstacles your club has in achieving its administration goals. Maybe you haven't filled all the club officer roles themselves because people aren't putting up their hand, and you can strategize how you might overcome that. And in doing that, you can add an action item. Maybe it's to give an educational about what each role does. So you would click add action item and you'll be able to describe it and then monitor it for status, category, and owner and due date over time. We'll now come to the training goal, and this has to do with getting your club officers trained. There are 7 positions in the club. Sometimes those positions, one person holds more than one position, but they're all listed here. And all you're doing is checking off for each of the roles who's agreeing to attend the round 1 training between June and August and the round 2 training, which will be held between November and February. I would like to think that all of these boxes will be checked for both as the committee makes that commitment. But some may physically be unavailable to attend the training or any form of makeup training, and then that would be left blank, or maybe you haven't filled all those roles. But that's the commitment you're looking for. Our next activity in the club success plan has to do with the next DCP target, and that is your membership goals. You might remember that you need to look at recruiting 4 new members. They can be brand new Toastmasters. They can be reinstated Toastmasters, having been with Toastmasters 6 months, a year ago or more, and they've come back. Or it might be, they're the 2 main categories. So qualifying requirement, you need to have 20 members. That's the goal for every club, or at least a minimum of a net growth of 3 if you were less than 20 members at the end of this year. Now, you put in your target. It's just a simple number. Are you 10 members currently and your goal's to get to 14? Then put 14 or 17 or 20. Or maybe you're going for Smedley Distinguished and want 25 or more. Put what the club committee is committing to. Then write down your plan to motivate your members, to gain new members, and add action items. These are easily discussed online in a committee meeting and then brought up with the membership to show that it's an effort that everyone contributes to. It is not a task that you just give to the secretary or to the president for them to fill out and just tell you what's going to be done. It's a collaborative tool. Now, here in the education, I was having a play with this old plan. It wasn't one that we submitted online, but you can see that when it's got edit, it means that we've previously added some information. And this is a fabulous enhancement of the online tool versus a paper-based document. It lists all the members and where they're currently at on pathways, what level they've already completed, and if they've got more than one path in action, it lists them, the multiples. That means that you can say, hey, Ben has committed to getting his level 2, and you check that and it goes on the right-hand side as a target. So this is a very easy way to plan what you're going to do to achieve your 6 educational awards. And if a Distinguished Toastmaster Award is going to be pursued, like Jeff is for our club, you would select them from the members listed. If you want to strategize, and you should, about how you're going to motivate members to progress through pathways and what you're going to do to remove obstacles that keep them from completing those projects, note them here and then create some action items. And this is where you get to assign those action items to any member of the club, and it allows you to finish strong. But we haven't finished our final task, which is the contributing members. This is the last step for your club success plan before you submit it. We'd like to know who contributed to developing this plan, because when you show that, you're also showing that you're committing to implementing your plan. You're not just entering information, set and forget. You want to continuously revisit this. So this is very simple, this task. You just select from your membership list who contributed, and it can be committee members, but it can be any of your members. And then they will all be published at the end of this document when you export it to the PDF. So once you complete your club success plan and you're ready to lock it in, you will get the complete task option to submit, and it will go to the cybersphere, and it will be made available to the district leadership team for them to be aware that you've submitted it, and it will be available for you to be able to revisit and update. As I said, it's never finished. And then you will get a chance to start tracking your progress through your actions and through these badges. So that is the exciting news about the new online interactive club success plan tool. It is your key to success. It is your key to finishing strong in the 2025-2026 program year as a club of excellence. Go for gold, go for all 10 goals. I know you can do it. We can do it together.
How good is that? Did you know that it's that simple, or what's your takeaway from the video?
No, that seems pretty simple. I was actually wondering whether you could just they keep updating it throughout the year, which is that was my one concern.
Abhishek, you gonna?
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I certainly did not feel that it would be so easy. And also, as the video highlighted, that it's a maximum, one of the sections, it's a maximum of 500 words that we need to type. So it's basically not an essay that we need to come up with. And literally the point where the narrator said that just 50 words, 50 words or something that should do the job, and that's really great. It does set a base idea that it won't be that much of an effort, like it's not a second job. And also at the beginning, when you guys explained that you can always come back to the plan and refine it as you go through the year. So that is also a good opportunity in the case where if you feel that you might be able to achieve a little bit more, then you can add to it. Or if you would like to wind down some of the points that you initially would have thought are achievable in a given year. So that altogether gives a little bit more confidence in terms of developing the plan. Thank you.
I'll give you a bit of a tip there. You said that we've got, it's 500 characters, whatever it is, for one of those things. I did go ahead and write an essay for our club. It was like really long and, you know, highfalutin and stuff. An easy way to cut that down is to use generative AI. So Chat GPT or Gemini or Perplexity or any of those things. Just type in your essay and say, shove this down to 50 words, you're done.
Yeah.
You don't usually get someone to write longer than required, so I think that's a great point there. And Graham, nobody really does more than what they need to. I'm also curious to know if someone has already submitted it. How do they feel about this, and how easy was it for them to go through it and submit it?
Not me, so tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. And Graham, did you submit yours?
No, that was our club VPE. I have subsequently looked at it. You can go in and, if you're part of the committee, as the video said, go to that thing and download what's been done before, and even update it as well.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty straightforward. It's good.
Yep.
I will say, I'm sorry because I just can't keep quiet.
Sure.
I will say in some of the clubs I've been in, sometimes people treat the club success plan as a kind of an afterthought. It's like, oh, we've got our committee, you know, everyone, we've got things in there where people are doing their jobs. But the club success plan is, I think, as important as getting the committee together, because it sets up how you as a committee are going to work together and how you as a committee are going to guide your club towards success. It's like the DCP. Some people don't like the DCP, Distinguished Club Program, because they think it's getting points or whatever. Really, all the DCP is about is making sure your club is healthy. And it's no different with the CSP either, making sure you have a healthy committee so that you can have a healthy club.
Yep. Oh, beautiful. That's a great point, and I think it's also easy to track through from what I've seen. Joe, I think you have submitted your club success plan. Can you tell us about yours?
Yes, I did it. For us, it was pretty straightforward because even before we knew about the club success plan, in our club, in our exec team, we already planned. We had our vision well established, how we were going to achieve, what we want to achieve. So I see the club success plan more as a guideline, because most of the things for me when I went through it was more copy paste of things that we already had discussed. So it was pretty straightforward if you have your ideas already aligned, but I see the value if you didn't think about it, how to approach, what are you going to do. So it's a good series of questions that make you think about it. So I think it's a good, even if it's for generating discussion between the members, I think it's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I think what comes up for me, because I've been a VP as well, and I noticed how tough it is to get those points up, if you want to call them points. So when you go through your DCP, getting education up, it's probably one of the toughest thing to do. But when you look at Club Success Plan, you can have a quick overview of where your members are at, and then you can target someone who is very close to achieving a certain goal. And that's I think it's very clever to have it there now. And I'm hoping that it's of help for everyone who is maybe a new committee member or anyone who is just starting to think ahead. Back to you, Graham.
Oh, sorry, me. Okay. VJ, do you want to, what are we doing next?
Yeah, see, for if any of you or your club officers stuck with filling up the CSP, because I heard from some of you it's coming tomorrow or day after tomorrow, something like that. But if you stuck with the CSP submission, please give me a call, because we don't have time. You sending an email and I'm picking up that email after 3 days by the time 30th September is passed. So give me a call. My phone numbers are there in all the emails that we have sent. Give me a call, or you can get I can even put my number in the chat box.
I was about to say, don't share it on video because we're going to post this on YouTube.
Oh no,
He'll be fine.
we're not going to put the chat box in the YouTube, right? So I can put it in the chat box. I'm getting enough spam calls asking for loans, buying the car and everything, so I'm fine with that. I enjoy those calls. So I put my phone number there.
Your gas, your energy. Oh, goodness.
That's why you have a junk phone number for all the junk businesses, and a junk identity on Google for all their junk.
I just asked them, have they received the email? And they don't.
Yeah. So if you get stuck, you might be facing issues, tech issues, or some question popping up. I don't know what to put in the club values. Give me a call or reach out to your area directors. I'm in touch with the area directors and division directors pretty much on a daily basis. So reach out to them. They can help you to sort it out. But don't miss the date for any reason. 30th September. Okay. We pretty much 70% of clubs they submitted. We are just looking for that extra 30%. And if you're not submitting by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'm going to call the presidents to check what's going on with the club success plan. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions from anyone?
No. Perfect. Perfect world it is. Yeah.
Thanks, Darren. So this is pretty simple, straightforward, and you are allowed to keep changing any number of times. At the district level, we submitted the DSP, the trio we worked together, we submitted the DSP, District Success Plan, and we agreed to review that once in every 3 months. So we scheduled a meeting. We will be reviewing that once in every 3 months. Okay, that's our plan. So you can also plan something similar. Once in every month or once in every 3 months, you can go back and review, are we going according to the plan? That's it from me. That's pretty much, if there is no other questions. This meeting is we organized. If you have any questions, if something is stopping you, we clarify that, we can help you. Or if you're halfway through, if you want to share your screen, we can look into your screen. If something needs to be filled up, we can help you to fill up. Is there anyone who wants to share your screen, and then is there any specific question?
No, all good here.
Thanks, Daryl.
What I wanted to also mention, Vijay, and everyone who is online, of course, probably most people that we need to attend this type of meetings are not here today, but we will have the recording and we will send them emails and call them, like Vijay said.
Yeah.
But the point is, the success plan of a club is more for us also to change the way that we look at a committee group, because in the past we used to just go with the flow and then only look at it from a point of view, let's get together and let's be here. But the more structured we get and the more boxes we tick, the better the health of our club gets. So imagine if you're in an online game and then your character needs all these like tick boxes for it to get healthier and healthier, that's your success club right there. And it helps people go for competitions because you need to be in a club of good standing. It helps you get members because your club is getting better. And it's all for your community eventually.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like, was it Graham before? People focus on the points. Well, if you actually just focus on looking and helping, supporting members to get reach their levels, their own personal goals, well, the points just absolutely just be there. So
Yeah.
And instead of focus on the points, just focus on your members and getting helping them. You know, that first icebreaker, that first 4 presentation mastery level finish, just those little stepping stones. And then don't worry about the points. Just stop focus on the wrong thing and worry about you looking after your members.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
All right, folks. Well, I think that means that we've come to the end of our session. If nobody has any other questions, then we will leave it there. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I hope you found it helpful. And as we said, this will be up online very soon, so please share it with other people in your club. Okay, everyone, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your week. And I'll just get that YouTube
thanks for
link.
taking the time to put this together. Appreciate it.
Indeed.
Have an awesome week, everybody. Bye.
Thanks,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
Thanks. Thanks. It was terrific. I learnt lots. Thank you.
Thank you.